right? The tables. Okay, someone told UI action, ma. Okay, it is not UI action, but UI policy action. UI action is different. UI policy action is different. Okay, so first to tell me, okay, I want the details of okay UI policy and UI policy action. Where what are the tables that system used to store them? Okay, can someone tell me where UI policy and UI policy action will store?
This underscore UI underscore policy dot do.
Yeah, dot do is not required. Table name, no. So this is the first table. Okay, and next table is UI policy action. So the UI policy action will store in this table. Is that clear, ma? First thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, whoever said like UA action, na? So you are clear now, ma? It's not UA action, but it is UA policy action, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, second thing is in UA policy. Okay. So here, the other important thing is first important thing in UA policy is condition. Okay. The condition is very, 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 very important. Okay. So UA policies generally can be okay defined as condition based form level activities. Okay, if you read the condition, UA policy change fields on the form based on a set of conditions. So if something is there, then do something. Okay, on form level, these kind of things you do UA policy. Make sense, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And what are the main actions you can do using UA policy?
We can change like read only, mandatory, and hide.
Yeah, read only.
Visible.
Yeah, mandatory and visible. Okay, so these are the three main activities we can do using UA policy. Okay, apart from these three, can we also do anything else using UA policy? Can we able to do apart from these three?
Validation.
What kind of validation?
Uh, mandatory will come anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other activities we can do using UA policy apart from except this one, ma. This one came with a new last three versions. Okay, earlier it was not there. Except this one also. So apart from these three main activities, can we able to do anything else using UA policy? Yeah. What is the answer? Yes or no?
Disable is there, sir.
Disable is not there, ma.
Oh,
What is the meaning of disable, ma?
uh, disable also like read only, sir. Okay.
Ah, read only.
Non-editable field.
Non-editable mean read only. Yeah, read only. Visible read only. Mandatory. Yeah. So anything else we can do using UA policy?
And dynamically changes the fields, sir.
Dynamically changes the fields. What? Okay, the answer is right, but what is the question, ma?
Yeah, we can do scripting part, but what we all to do, we don't know.
Right. So in UA policy, apart from these three activities, can we do anything else? Yes, we can do. Using UA policy, we can also write some scripts. Okay. Apart from these three actions, you can do more than this. Okay, but we try to not use scripts in UA policy. Okay, why? We have a separate topic for that. Okay, client script we have it. Okay, we try to use client scripts instead of UI policy. We can use client scripts to do the job. Is that clear, ma? Yes, no, that point is clear, everyone.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Right? So apart from these three main activities, can we do anything else or no? Yes, we can do. Okay, using run script, but we try to not use script here. Okay, now what is the next thing is okay in UI policy. If you see here, okay, There are four options are available: global, reversive false, onload, inherit. Okay, what are those values? They are very, very important for interviews and even for in real time. Okay, so let's speak about them. Okay, global, okay, inherit, okay, and reverse if false, and what else? Onload. Okay, before these four discussions, we can also discuss one more thing like order. So what is the meaning of this order, ma? Can anyone can try? What is the meaning of this order?
Or if any UI policy is created and then we, by adding the actions, we can give the order wise action.
So if any UA policy is there on this table, it will run on this order. Is that the statement?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay. So in our system, if multiple UA policies are there, okay, in this
Yes,
particular table, based on the order, they will execute. Make sense, ma?
yes sir.
Everyone, make sense
Yes,
this
sir.
point? Okay.
Yes.
Now here, if you want to make this particular okay point very clear, na, I can make one scenario. Okay. See, we have two UA policies. Okay, try to understand this one. Okay, two UA policies are there. Okay, UI policy UP1, okay, UP2. Okay, UP1 is setting a field XYZ field mandatory. Okay, UP2 is also this also is setting the same field. Okay, mandatory false. Okay, but what is the difference between these two UP1 UP2 is it have one condition, it have separate condition. Okay, so this is the first situation. Everyone got the situation?
Yes.
Yes. Anyone have any questions in this situation, ma? Any knows here? Okay, I'll take it as yes. Okay. So now, please keep it on mute, ma. Yeah, you are added. You are added. Huh. So now, if this is the situation, so now you may get a question. Okay, you launch this particular form. Okay, and the condition is satisfied. Okay, maybe something is happened and both conditions are satisfied at the same time. Okay, that time what will be the output of this particular revive policy action? Okay, here you are seeing true, here you are seeing false. What users will see? This is what the question. You got this point? Yes, no,
Yes.
yes. So what is the answer here?
True.
True. It will be there true, huh? Why can't it say? Why can't we say it is false?
We
Why
have
it is?
created
Based on the order, it will
order.
execute.
Okay, didn't we say like here we have any order for UP1, UP2?
Not because of only order. Firstly, we have created the UI policy based on the two, right? First policy. That's the reason
How
it will
system? Okay,
execute the
let's say
first.
I created one 1 year back and one second one 6 months back and one yesterday. That means 1 year back one will run first, huh? Is that the
I
meaning
think
of
it
this?
overrides.
Yeah,
The second one
What are the
automatically
orders
executes.
for those two
yeah.
UA policies?
So the answer is order, ma. Okay, UP1, UP2, which have the order. Okay, let's say it have 100 and it have 200. Okay, so 100 will run first, 200 will run next. So the obviously the last one will be the latest one, right? So you see false here. Okay, but this one have 300. So in that case, what user will see as a final option? He will see true, right? Agree?
Yes.
Yes. Everyone agree to this point, ma? Yes, no, please confirm.
Yes sir.
Yeah. So this is also one of the important question. Okay, there are few more important questions will come once we learn client scripts. Okay, which one will run first, okay, client script or UI policy and all, what is the difference between client script UI policy. But with respect to only UI policies, this is the one. But now the four important things. Okay, so what is global? Anyone have any idea what is global? So here in UI policy there is a thing called global. What is this?
Scoped application.
So then what is this?
Is it view?
Sorry ma?
View?
View. Okay, so is it view? Maybe yes, but the answer is not exactly right answer. Okay, you said it's a view, but what kind of view? Global view? Is that the meaning of global view?
Applicable to all applications.
See here, if selected, the UI policy applies to all form views. Okay, otherwise the UI policy is view specific. What does it mean? If you want to see what does it mean, just unselect it. If you unselect it, then you see a view here. Okay, and then you select the views. So how many views are available in this particular table? Okay, those views will show here. That means you are creating a UI policy to run on only a specific view. Okay, if you select this global, it works for all the views of the table. This point is clear, ma? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is very important, ma. Okay. Normally, na people, whenever we see global, na immediately we say it is a scope application. Okay. But this option is not for application scope. Remember, don't confuse. Okay. So this is view specific. Here, if you read it now, it will clearly mention. Right? If selected, the UA policy applies to all the form views. Otherwise, the UA policy is view specific. Right? First thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Now the next thing is right global. Right. Next thing is if apply the UA policy. So on load. Right. On load means when the UA policy will trigger. Trigger in the sense, okay, when the UA policy will check for this condition. Okay. So every time you are on a farm, okay, you are in this form, right? So every time you do some change, it will be checking this condition. Okay, and the condition is met, then it will do the action. This is what the meaning of on load. It's not on change, but on load. Even if you check this one, that time also this will check. You got this point, ma? So generally load means this one. Okay. Also, the load is also mean like every field change. That also load. Is that clear? Yes, no.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what is this meaning of this particular option is when you want to check this condition on a form on every load. See, apply the UI policy actions when the form is loaded and when a user changes the values of the form on the form. Okay. So whenever the condition is satisfied or whenever you change the values, okay, that time this will check and the UI policy actions will run, whatever you define here. Okay, so this is the meaning of load on load. Okay, just keep this one. This is clear, ma? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now the next favorite one is inherit. Okay, why inherit come here? Okay, if I select inherit, what it will do? Can someone able to try? Maybe you have an answer here also, but just read it and then let me know what could be the meaning of this particular inherit here.
If it is for instant table, the policy will work on instant task table as well. That is it.
Okay, why you took incident and instant task table?
Both are inherited, like table, it's a parent and child tables like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, that makes sense now. So, okay, his answer is correct. Any other answers? Okay. Any other answers, ma? Okay.
Sir, if you give inherit true,
Huh?
it will extend the table.
It will.
Extends.
Extends the tables.
Same like, for example, task table.
The statement is correct, but what is the meaning of extend table, ma? Okay, so please keep it on mute. I will explain. Okay, so see here, the answer is both answers are right only. Okay, but let's take in another way. Okay, my way, right? So there is one important question we discussed. Okay, extends tables. Right, the second answer. Okay, what does it mean? Create a table from a other table, right? Yes or no? Yes, no. What is the meaning of extend table, ma?
It inherit the field from parent table.
So creating a table from a other table, parent table, right? First of all, that is the extendable table, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
No.
Yes, sir.
Let's say you have a table called, okay, ABC. Okay, ABC table have, okay, ABC table is there. From ABC table, you created 10 child tables. Okay, maybe I'm not taking task, okay, incident, problem and all because we already knew it. I'm just keeping it more generic. Okay, so now if first question is when you inherit the tables, when you extend the table, parent table, child table, okay, what are the things will be inherited to child table? Anyone got this question, ma? When you inherit a table, okay, in the child table, what are the things you will be inherited? What are the things will be coming from parent to child?
All the column
First
fields.
thing is all the columns and their attributes and dictionaries. That we already seen it. Very good answer. Now, what else? The UA policy. Okay. So let's
If
take.
that option is checked on,
Whatever
you
the
have
action.
a possible
Oh,
extents.
so when we say UA policy, okay, in the parent table ABC, okay, we have 10 UA policies or no 5 UA policies. Okay. So if we have 5 UA policies, are these 5 will come to child? Okay. The answer is maybe yes or no. How the yes or no will be determined is because when you check this option on a
The
parent table
option.
level, okay, it comes to child table also. See here, inherits this UA policy on extended tables. Okay, so when you are creating a UA policy on a parent table, and if this checkbox is checked, then it also comes to child table. That is the meaning of this checkbox. Is that clear, ma? Yes, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Now cross questions will come. Okay, I want 5 UA policies. Okay, now I selected, I don't selected, doesn't matter, but I want this 5 out of 5. I want 3 UA policies. Okay, let's say these 5 UA policies I want it for 4 tables, but for 6 tables I don't want it. Is there any possibility? You got the scenario? So you have 5 UA policies on ABC table. Okay, and now I want these 5 UA policies only to 6 tables, and I don't want them for 4 tables. Do we have any option for that?
I think no, sir.
No. The answer is no. So in that case, how I can do? If I want this UA policy only for 5 tables and I don't want it for other 5 tables or 6 tables, what is the option we need to do? How we
We
can?
need to write a separate UI policy.
Yeah, we need to create separately on the remaining child tables. Okay, so inheritance means keeping it one trans extensible. Okay, if you select it, it will come. If you don't select it, don't come. That's it. We don't have any other options here. Okay, we don't have any possibilities. If you want, get it. If you don't want, then don't get it. Okay, in that case, you need to separately create it. So this is also one of the confusing question. Clear, right, everyone? Yes, no? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
And last is, okay, extensible, right? Okay. So now one more cross question is, okay, I have in the child table, let's say incident table, incident task table, someone told that is the right answer. Okay. So on incident task table, I have 2 UA policies and I want those 2 UA policies to apply on parent table also. Do we have any option?
You have to create it manually.
Yeah. Okay, we don't have any option. We have to create manually that time also. Okay, child to parent inheritance will not work. Okay, so that time you need to create it one per parent also in that case. So the inheritance here is from parent to child, but not from child to parent. Okay, if you want the same functionality, then you have to create again. Or in that case, what you do is you just create a parent and then make it as inherit that so that it will come to child also. But now you got the situation, right? These are all confusing questions, ma'am. You should be very clear, right? Yes, no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir, the inheritance always will be like a waterfall, sir. Only the parents will come to child, and then after like.
One second, ma. I didn't get your question. One second. Okay, now, yeah, what is your question?
The inheritance would be like only like a waterfall, no, sir. Only from upper point to lower point. Only the inheritance properties will come from
Parent to
parent.
child. Yes, ma.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Why waterfall came into picture, ma? The answer,
water,
your statement is right, but waterfall, if you say waterfall, then suddenly we need to jump into the previous class. Okay, the answer is right only. Up to down. Yeah, right. Now, till this point, yes, clear. Now, the last option in the form is, okay, reversive false. Okay, in order to understand this one, so see here, what is this UA policy? It is field mandatory and these two, right? So uncheck it, and then save it, and then see. Okay, in order to understand this one as a better one. So reverse if false. Okay, I unselected it, right? Now go to the form, right? So now see, this is the basic behavior. Okay, even okay, it came like this. Now resolved means the condition met true, the UA policy actions ran, and then they are showing and they are also making it as mandatory. Okay, so when the condition is false, see now the condition is false. What is happened to these two fields? So when the condition
Still
is
staying as mandatory.
yeah, when the condition is true, they are behaving as defined in UA policy action. But when the bah, when the condition is false, okay, so they are not doing the reverse action. Okay, so the reverse action will be controlled in this particular option. Okay, reverse if false. See here, read this one. Reverse the effects of the UA policy actions when the condition is false. Clear, ma? Everyone clear?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So maximum these checkboxes are like this only, ma. Okay, inherit is only an extra option. Okay, it will be always this four will be checked like this in this page. However, it is showing now, it will be like this only, right? But sometimes in very rare case you may uncheck them also. Very rare case in especially UA policy pages. Okay, but knowing the meaning of this are very important. Okay, maybe in your organization for a specific requirement they may ask you to create a UA policy only for a one view. That time you should not select global. If you don't know this point now, you will be searching how to do it for a specific view. Okay, is that clear, my everyone? Yes, no?
yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Okay. Now, if we are clear, these are the primary questions that will be raised for UA policy class. What is UA policy? Explain with an example. Which table the UA policies will store. Okay, and what are the main actions that you can do using UA policies? Can we do any actions without these three? Apart from these three, can we do any other actions? Yes, we can do using run script. Okay, what are these four options? Global, onload, inherit, reverse if false. What is the meaning of them? Okay, and okay, here again, when you say inherit now, what if you select it? What if you don't select it? Can we inherit a child UA policy to parent? Okay, And the last one is order. If you have two UA policies, one is setting to true, one is setting to false, which one will execute last, or what the user will see? Okay, so these are the primary questions you will be seeing in UA policy, and also you need to explain them with some scenarios. Make sense, my everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Any questions from anyone?
Sri, I have a question. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether this comes under UI policy or client scripts.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you go to the incident form, yeah, this one, right hand side, it's there.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, let's say like you change the impact or urgency
Huh.
to some other state, and without saving, if we try to close this tab, we get an dialog box without saving. I mean, if you close this tab from the top, is this a UI policy or a client script?
No, this is the browser thing.
Okay.
So you did some changes and you are not saving it. So if you just leave it, it will these changes will go out. So do you want to still leave it, or you need to stay? See something like see like this. This is the one. Okay.
I saw something similar in ServiceNow as well. Discard or
It is like kind of browser one and also ServiceNow one. Only see here, I just did like this, right? And then this is similar like this. So it is saying, it is telling now I am closing it. If you want to
okay.
save it, don't save it or cancel.
Yeah.
Kind of,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Not related to any UA policy or UA action. That's for sure. Okay.
Okay.